me. I'm like,
because
that they don't.
34.
Right.
34 no matter what.
Right. And there's no wiggle room. You get accepted and then you play. I'm like, it's not I know, I was so excited though. Yeah. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah, Brady talked to them too, and then he was like, oh my God. He was just too focused on grades in the school instead of the sport. I was like, do you know the school that is?
You know, what a horrible job to be the MIT recruiter.
Right.
It's like, you've got to find the needle in the
haystack that wants, yes, that has that.
Right, and then wants to go there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I heard Riley's girlfriend goes to Harvard, and one of the girls on her team, she's a freshman this year, and one of her teammates she had like a 24 or 25 on the ACT, and they got her.
All right.
I do know
Welcome back to the Alliance. We do have audio up, so that's a good thing. We are ready for match 2 of 3 on today here in pool play at the first stop in the boys Midwest Point Series, or words to that effect. It's the Alpha 2s, C2 attack versus K2. Not only is it the Alpha 2s, but the Alpha 2s that can sometimes make a K sound depending on the word. All right, I don't want to overthink this. Okay, if you joined us for the first round versus Kiva, you may know that C2 17 Elite, the boys are playing a little short-handed, only 7 dressed today. Number of folks with other commitments out and about. I know at least one, if not more, at indoor in TDP. Not sure exactly where everybody else is wandering or what may be pulling them away, but the Magnificent 7 holding court here. And Riley resplendent, if unaccustomed to Libero whites. 1-0 lead for C2. 2-0 lead for C2. And this absolutely amazing day here. Hey man, what's happening? How you guys doing?
We're 2-0.
Excellent.
We won our pool, and no matter what, we're in gold.
Boom. So success. You have one more to go.
Y'all are the only pool with 4 people or 4 teams.
Oh,
we only
really?
have 3 teams, so now we have to play.
Oh, 2 teams in a challenge match or crossover. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't looked at any of the brackets really to understand it.
Riley playing libero. That's
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we've only got 7 dressed today, so some missing folks, and then he was a little sick this morning too. So I'm not sure what else driving the decision making. But
Did y'all win your first? You did?
Yeah, we played Kiva actually, and so they played pretty well. They're so young. They got so many 16s on that team.
Never played too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think like in the second set it was it 18 or they tied it up at one point, and then we went on a big run and kind of ran away. But I mean, they were playing pretty well at some points. So you know who you play next?
No clue. There has to be it's like a 3-team challenge pool, so the winner of a game before us plays us.
Oh, got it. Okay.
We're in the championship.
Got it. Cool.
How's Bradley?
Well, get him. He likes it. It's been it'll be interesting now this time part of the year where there's really practice just from tournament to tournament, and I'm not sure what all the feedback is. So that'll be different. But nice swing there. Jakai goes cross court with the hammer drop and a 6-2 lead for C2 as they're locked in epic battle with cross-state rivals K2. K2, C2, Uma, Oprah. That one's into the net. That'll be a point for K2. They'll serve trailing by 3 at 3-6. I have a plan to hide in the bathroom and come down and play with these net devices that pivot down from the ceiling. It's not a great plan, but it's a plan. I don't know what the heck was going on there. It looked like a serve into the timeout, though, of C2. Actually, not sure who called timeout or why, but they did. We are just a week out from the craziness that was the Kentucky State High School Championship for the girls, Assumption, and Notre Dame met last Saturday night in a 5-set classic that wasn't without some strangeness and controversy, as the officiating team had a hard time getting on the same page for the call, which resulted in a little bit of a delay in the declaration of victory. Ultimately got to the right decision, but it was a bit of an awkward and unfortunate moment nonetheless. But still, just an amazing game. The Rockets coming from a 12-7 deficit in the 5th set to 15 was something I think most everybody that was in the gym will remember for as long as they can. I know I will. One of my favorite turns of phrase. It's right up there with, what time is it? Oh, right now? Anyway, I digress. We're back from the timeout. 8-3. Chikai. And a big swing there. Caught someone in the face in the first match. Would-be blocker who had dropped back to about the 10-foot line and did not have the hands up. It was a shot. They were okay though. Shaken but not stirred. Like a good martini. All right, 10 serving 3. C2 attack. Out to a 7-point lead. Oh, wow, I thought that was going to land in. In fact, I thought it had landed in. Not sure what lines are painted back there, but out is the call. My eyes deceive me. Overpass, it's ladled back. Nice swing there, that finds the corner, that libero. Didn't give chase to that. Who is that kid? Anyway. 5-10, nice swing. Pushes the lead to 5 at 5-10. See you, take good luck. All right, Chikai back to serve. Bananas that one to the short side. Nice serve, but a good pass. That's tooled off the block and out of play. Point K2. As they try to make up some ground on C2. Six serving 11. Nice back set, splits the block and down. Well done, sir. 12-6. Like it may have signaled a rotation issue. set up to Kai. Nice pass. Nice set, rather. Oh, kept alive.
Come on, 23.
Joshua, big swing. Rory up serve now. 29 C2 lead.
That's the big 23.
C2 running rough shot over K2. That serves a wee bit long. Riley checks in. C2 has doubled him up 20-10. Off the net, but a nice pass. What's that?
I figured out who it was.
All right. Julian serve a little long. And a service error exchange. We get 23-11, Jakai back serve. Rips an ace. That'll bring up set point for C2 and a Googleplex of them. We're here in the opening set of the second match of the day. One more to come. C2 in control here, 24-11 over cross-state opponent K2. Like would-be passer kind of stepped out of the way of that one, and it landed right in front of him, or at least at his feet. Unless you're parked a foot or two out of bounds, that's just sort of ole, letting the ace go through. Okay. All right, first set in the books. C2 in control from start to finish on that one. Set 2 coming up. Exciting time of year on the sports calendar. We got women's volleyball heating up and getting close to tournament time. Men's and women's basketball at the college level starting up. NFL going on, of course. College football. The NBA, the NHL. All the things. No reason to ever leave the house or the sports bar. Other than to track your favorite player to a club tournament, of course, which is exactly what we're doing here. All right, several of the boys in attendance at the Ohio State Clinic last night. Opportunity to get some additional reps since we don't get that many practice reps in once the tournament or the season starts. We're looking forward to hosting everyone in Louisville here in a few weeks. Riley's hometown, so when we get up there, need any restaurant recommendations, etc., just let us know. Jakai responded like someone who was throwing a live cobra at him. So finally got that one lassoed. I think that was on screen.
Like Riley brought up a barrel again.
Yeah.
Hey, Jed.
Better.
Last time they so now they rest and then they quit. So we
All right, Josh will get it started. Drops into Shorty for the ace, 1-0, C2 attack. Be interesting to get Riley's impressions of a day playing lit. Likes to take the big swings, although may still be feeling the ill effects of some mid-grade food poisoning that had him in the grips this morning. There's a nice swing on the overpass as Julian puts that out of its misery. Sort of a euthanasia swing there, 2-0. And
A couple of the clubs that
it's maybe the earliest timeout I've ever seen called at 2-0. In fact, it is a 2-out. Both timeout rather. Both teams are huddling. I didn't see the actual signal. The R1 calls the R2 over for some discussion.
well, and I think that these clubs just like you think about the last
So we'll cue up the theme music to Jeopardy.
they're looking so they're going to require all these clubs that are
All right, we're out of the timeout. Joshua still kicking it from the service line. Roll shot, Riley handles. Beat down. And, whoa, what? Well, there was a double on the first contact, which would have been fine. Only thing I can think of would be a lift, unless they're. Oh, now she's calling rotation. It looks like. I think she's signaling a rotation problem. But man, it's the latest rotation call I've ever seen. Yeah. It's ball had been in play for a minute before the whistle was blown. If it is in fact a rotation issue. Trying to tell, scoreboard still shows 3-0. I don't know if it's point awarded there or not. Well, after last week's shenanigans at Girls State in Kentucky, I'm not even remotely impressed by this degree of disconnection. 4-0 lead now. Josh still serving, drops at it. Laid it over, free ball, sound of a feasting horn. Down the line for the feast. C2 and a 5-0 lead. It's kept up. Paintbrush, that one's way deep. Almost look more like a roller. You can cover a lot more surface area with that one than a paintbrush. 6-0, Josh still serving. Shoulder getting sore. Get it over, another free ball. Sound the feasting horn. Rory bangs that down. It shundered back over, but point C2. All right, man, we'll see you. You on 4?
4B.
4B. Okay, we'll find you. Nice swing there. Back row. Jakai brings the harm. Seen him unleash many of those back row swings today. That was a good one, though. Sakai with the dig. That's drifting over toward the R1 stand, and we had a ball so nice we had two players want to play it. As goes Josh Angelio going for that one. That one's hammered down though. Top spin coming, path overpass. Rory hammers that down, but it's well done. Ladled over into the middle. Rory hammers that down. C2 once more firmly in control. They lead by a score of 10-1. High toss on that one with a ceiling duster. Another roller. Again, so much more than just a paintbrush. To the back row. Beyond the back line, I should say. Point C2, 11-1. Off the net, played up. Back row swing from K2. Didn't get all of it. Fails to meet the minimum height requirements, and that's going to be point C2. Who's still working. That one's chundered into the net, and C2 rolling here in set 2 against K2. Whose can I work into that sentence? That's probably bagged my limit right there. To be honest. Got one more. Poke it up. Sound the feasting horn. Nice job ladling that out to Dakai, who hammers it down. Dakai's had a nice game. Had some containment issues in Chicago with spraying the ball a little long at times. It's been putting him down here. Nice job to Liv, I think. No, it wasn't a Liv, but anyway, gives chase. The defender for K2. Academic, though, as Rory takes care of business. 15-1. And C2, with only 7 players dressed, really doesn't have a lot of opportunities to call off the dogs, as it were. We're fairly locked in. All right, this is a second of 3, so we got one more. The nightcap goes off at 8 o'clock. I think that's 8 o'clock Central, too, so 9 o'clock Eastern. The dreaded afternoon waves that are the regular fare for the 17U tranche. But a bounce back bright and early in the morning. I think it's 8 o'clock start time if we're the top 1 or 2 teams out of the pool, which, based on current trajectory, I would say we would be. That one off the girder. Nice job keeping that alive. Ball on, though, and the R1 is not impressed. Pulling her best, Michaela Maroney there says, yet. Michaela was not actually rushing. Serve there. I was kind of surprised that wasn't called. I mean, the ball was drifting right in the area where the ball had come down out of the rafters, ready for a third contact. The fact that nobody was there going for it seemed to indicate to the R1 that it was effectively not interfering with the play. K2 begged to differ, but not that loudly, so we'll see. Rory's just running a hitting line out of the middle right now. It looks a bit like one of our better warm-up drills. 18-1 as K2 having first contact ball control issues and therefore not putting much of a challenge on the C2. They're able to run mostly in system, and when C2 runs in system, it's not generally speaking a good thing for the opposition. $19-1 here. I'm at this point pulling for K2 to sneak out a few points here and make this look less crazy. There's one. Serving error will make it 2-19. Got another whistle. I am not reading the signs, but a point awarded to C2. Don't know if that was, again, another rotation issue or perhaps a line violation on serve. That serve into the net, point for K2. They'll serve now, trailing by 3 to a crap ton. Can't see the score exactly, but it's big. All right, well, it's exactly a game of service finesse, so that's potentially the 4th service error in a row, split among the two teams. C2 now back to serve. Got that one in. Nice push down the sideline, but Takai was there. He hammers that off the block. And out of play, or down, either way. Point for C2, they lead 22-3. Nice serve there. Takai brings more heat. And a score. Takai with a rowdy fan base in attendance. Showing up and showing out. 23-3. You don't see many 20-point leads in volleyball. That one is off the block and down. Point for K2. They'll serve trailing by a Googleplex at 4:23. Off the net, almost found the floor, but Takai scooped it up. Another free ball though, and sound the feasting horn. Takai opts for the push. Nice swing there over the top. Corralled. Nice up. Little soccer dig in the back row there. Unfortunately, didn't pop up maybe as high as they would have liked it. Made for a tough second contact. All right, that'll bring a match point for Takai. He's unleashed some just flat out wicked jump serves. Let's see if he goes. Yep. All gas, no break. Big boom there, but that's into the net. Point for K2. They'll serve with a bit of a hill to climb at 5 serving 24, that is. Overpass. Dig. This is bringing back some reminiscence of the girls' state final, but great dig on the overpass, but the rest of it didn't quite go to plan. Point for K2. They'll serve at 6:24. Into the middle. That's kind of tapped down. Dug up by K2. They're going to swing at it. Riley with a nice dig. Takes that one off the floor. Ladled over. Knocked out. Reload for K2. They go deep. Takai plays it. Not sure that would have been in or not. It was going to be close, though. Takai didn't want to find out the hard way, but couldn't get a great contact on it. That's a point for K2. They're on a bit of a run. All good things must come to an end from their perspective. That serve a wee bit long. Point C2, that'll do it. They win 25 to something. Substantially less than 25. And that'll do it. They go 2-0 on a day, pair of sweeps. They'll get, I think, a 2-match break and then play the 8 o'clock Central game in a little over an hour and a half. All right, until then, we're going to sign off, but we'll be back with all the action for the nightcap, and that will launch us into bracket play bright and squirrely tomorrow morning. Until then, we're signing off from the Alliance.